Today we are going to discuss about the topic flowchart. Flowchart is a pictorial representation of algorithm. That is, one algorithm is representing using a picture. That is flowchart. Pictorial representation of the algorithm is called flowchart. Last class we have discussed the stages in computerized problem solving. What are all the stages in computerized problem solving? Problem definition, problem analysis, then design of solution, coding, testing and debugging, and code maintenance. In problem definition means understand the given problem. Problem analysis means we have to find out what are all the inputs and what are all the outputs. In design of solution, we are using flowchart and algorithm. The design tools are algorithm and flowchart. We have discussed the algorithm in last class. Today we are discussing about the design tool flowchart. Then what are all the symbols used in a flowchart? That is how to draw a flowchart. Then what are all the symbols used in this flowchart? See, this oval symbol is for representing start and stop or beginning and end. Then this parallelogram is for input or output. This rectangle is for process. This rhombus is for decision making or branching. Then this is for loop. This one is for subprogram or function. This one is for connector. Sometimes, suppose you are drawing a flowchart, at that time it is not fit in a one page. We have to we have to continue in the next page. In that time, we can use this connector. Then this arrow mark is for representing the control flow, in which direction that flow, control flow. We can represent one example. Write an algorithm and draw a flowchart to find the sum of two numbers. It is a computerized problem. We have to solve this problem using a computer. Then first step is problem definition. Problem definition means we have to understand the program. We have to read the question and we need to understand the problem. This problem is find out the sum of two numbers. Then problem analysis. Problem analysis means we have to find out what are all the inputs and what are all the outputs. See, in this program, input means, what is input? What are the things we require to find out the solution? Here, for finding the sum of two numbers, we need two numbers. Then only you can find out the sum of two numbers. So, here inputs are that two numbers. Then what is the output? Sum is the output of this problem. Then how to write the algorithm? What is an algorithm? An algorithm is a step-by-step finite sequence of instructions. Here step 1. In all the algorithm, step 1 is start and the last step should be stop. Then, see, second step is input. Here, what are the inputs? That two numbers. The two numbers we can represent using two variables. Here we are using the variables A and B. So, here inputs are A, B. A and B are the inputs of this program. This problem. Then step 3 is the process. Here what is the process? First input, then process. What is the process? We need to find out the sum. Then what is the sum of this A and B? A plus B is the sum. See, this a plus b is the sum, and that a plus b is storing in the variable sum, sum. Okay, sum is equal to a plus b means first it is calculating the value of a plus b and storing in the variable sum. Then we need to print the output. Here, which is the output? Sum. That is print sum. Then stop. This is the algorithm for finding the sum of two numbers. Yeah, last class we have discussed the characteristics of algorithm. Input, definite, effective, output, terminate. That is, each algorithm should have input, output, then each step should be clear, and after some steps each algorithm should stop. This is the algorithm to find out the sum of two numbers. First step is start. After that, input. Here inputs are A and B. Then process. What is the process? Here we are find out the sum. That is, sum is equal to A plus B. That is the process. Then output means printing the sum. Then after some finite sequence of instructions, algorithm is ending. The terminating. That is, the fifth step is stop. Then how can we convert this algorithm to a flowchart? Flowchart, that is, this is an algorithm. This algorithm we need to represent using a picture. Then how to draw that flowchart? In algorithm, first step is start. Then which symbol is using for start? This oval symbol is using for start. In algorithm, which is the second step, input two numbers A and B. Then in flowchart also, this parallelogram is using for input A, B. This is the input. After input, in the third step is sum is equal to A plus B. Sum is equal to A plus B. That is a process. Which symbol is using to represent a process? We need one rectangle. See, rectangle is using to represent the process. That sum is equal to A plus B. Again, this is output. Output and input symbol are same. Parallelogram. Print sum. This one is input. This is for output. Start and stop symbol is same. That is oval symbol. Then this rectangle symbol is using to represent the process. This is the flowchart to find out the sum of two numbers. One more example. Write an algorithm and draw a flowchart to find the sum and average of three numbers. That is, first itself problem definition. That is, what is the problem here? We have to find out the sum and average of three numbers. Then next is problem analysis. That is, we have to find out what are all the inputs and what are all the outputs. In this program, find the sum and average of three numbers. For finding the sum and average of three numbers, what are the things we required? We need three numbers. So, three numbers are the inputs. For representing that three numbers, we can use three variables. You can use any variables. N1, N2, N3 or A, B, C or X, Y, Z. You can use any three variables. In this program, we are using A, B, C. Then what is the output? Output is sum and average. In this problem, there are two output. That is sum and average. Three inputs and two output. Then how to write the algorithm? First step. What is the first step? Start. Last step should be stop. Then second step is input. In this problem, what are the inputs? three numbers. Input three numbers A, B, C. Here, what is the process? Sum. Sum is equal to A plus B plus C. Then, what is average? Average is equal to sum divided by 3. Then, output is print sum comma ABG. Here, ABG is using to represent the average. So, when you are printing, the same symbol we need to use. If you are using AVG here also we need to use AVG. Then print sum comma AVG. Then stop. This is the algorithm to find out the sum of three numbers and average of three numbers. Then how to convert this algorithm into a flowchart? See, first step, start. This oval symbol is representing start. Second step is input three numbers. Parallelogram is representing to represent this input. Input A, B, C. Then third step is process. That is sum is equal to A plus B plus C. ABG is equal to sum divided by 3. That is the process of this problem. That process should be in a rectangle. See, sum is equal to A plus B plus C. ABG is equal to sum divided by 3. Then output is in parallelogram. That is print sum comma ABG. Then stop. This is the flow chart to represent the sum and average of three numbers. That is, flow chart is the pictorial representation of algorithm. That is, we are converting this algorithm to a picture representation. That is the flow chart. Then algorithm means it is a step by step instructions to solve the problem. It is a step by step finite sequence of instructions. All the algorithm should have input, output and start. After some finite number of instructions, algorithm should stop and each instruction should be clear. This is the algorithm.